to remind yourselves of where you are now, you are in a moonlit night, wandering across the pebbles and stone and sand and shrub bush of walking up the western side of the Dry Run River to head towards the Sunless Citadel. You cross the large bridge which gaps the river, seeing some merchant camps and traveling camps set up there and deciding to still head on a few hours past it. You traveled through the area as it got more and more craggy, a slightly more undulating, and our dear paladin friend stepped on a snake, which bit him and poisoned him, but he managed to recover the healing points and hit points from his blessings of being a paladin. And then from there, you heard some like jackals skittering around. Orly, your ranger rogue, snuck forward and scouted out and saw a group of jackals skulking around this large boar carcass, a giant boar carcass. So then, as he crawled back and discussing about what to do, you heard a good distance away, not in your immediate realm, but certainly a large, vibrating roar of a big cat, kind of to your in front, past the carcass, and then about at a 45-degree angle away from that, a secondary roar that was about half a distance greater further away than the original one. And with that roar echoing through the landscape, there is definitely a fight or flight response to that. And both Torkel and Hendrik, for the next couple seconds, you feel just intimidated and frightened. You're not sure what to do. It's just like, oh god, that's a big, scary predator. But the momentary fear lasts a mere couple seconds, and then you start to recompose yourselves. And the group of you are now, bright moonlit night, in the middle of the brush, in the middle of the arid expanse. What do you want to do?
No idea how to deal with tigers in real life.
Run. Weren't we trying to find somewhere to settle down for the night because we had been pushing on?
You are. If you push on any further, like another hour,
It'll be an
so you will need to
exhaustion
make a con save. Yeah.
Yeah, we were hoping to cut it there, but we might need to push it to try and get away from this.
Yeah,
predator.
if we push it for another 2 hours or so, then at least we'll be out of range of the lions, maybe.
If you guys are happy with doing a contest, I'm not.
It won't be great, but like,
I'm a sorcerer.
like we kind of need to just get. I don't think we need to go like the full duration. We just kind of want to get out of the immediate area, I think.
And are you trying to stealth, or are you trying to just run?
Stealth.
We
lions
could try.
are faster than us, dude.
I don't think we're a very stealthy group, but yeah, we could try.
No, we are.
I am not the stealthy kind.
I think there's a couple of us which are not the stealthy kind, but we can make an attempt.
I think Stodie's the only one who's stealthy, right?
Yeah, probably.
I don't think I have a negative in it.
Yeah, he's going to have a stealth score that's like the rest of us combined.
Yeah.
Probably
Let's try and
better.
get somewhere that's away from
the jackals, hyenas, I can't remember what.
And also like protected from like wind and stuff like that, so that our scent isn't necessarily carried along.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
He has sorry, not he. Orly has advantage on stealth checks because I cast enhance ability on him.
Yes, he would do. But it would be a group check.
Yeah, I was going to say that would help Orly.
Yeah, but if it's a group check, it'll
help everybody. Sorry, yeah, we'll help everybody. But
median or the
it's enhancing the person who's already most likely to succeed.
Are we going by the median or the mean? I'm curious. Or won't affect you.
I think it's the medium.
Yeah.
It's the average over all the rolls, not the so it's the, not the mean.
But I think that's probably a good shout. We just get out. We don't need to push on too far. We just want to get out of the immediate area and then find somewhere to bunker down.
Even if it's somewhere that just has good sight lines, so that
settle down and wait for this all to blow over.
Why doesn't someone give me a survival check then, please?
I can help you with that.
All right.
Do I? 1 sec.
That's all right.
Because I've got survivalist.
Advantage on wisdom checks.
Okay, I gotta double my proficiency level. See if it does it. Did it do it?
Proficiency. Yeah, I think it might have done.
Yeah, it is +2, +2.
2 plus
you
2?
have advantage if you want to roll again. That is a good roll, but if you only want to.
Why is he advantage?
Didn't you click enhance ability to
It's
give him
Dex,
advantage?
he has advantage.
That's on Dex,
Dex.
not Wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a good
yeah.
enough roll anyways.
22.
I think it added it in the...
20.
I don't think it actually
Yeah.
did, but whatever.
Do you have
Yeah.
any
So
wisdom?
Orly,
Sorry, what was that?
Do you
sorry,
have
Orly,
like
do you have any wisdom?
One more time, sorry.
What is your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom is 0. So my survival is down as 4 because I'm already... Well, yeah,
Then
that
it's
puts
working
as
works.
perfectly.
yes,
proficiency.
It works.
proficiency and
It
expertise.
works,
Yeah,
yeah.
Dick, nice.
And
Go.
we're good.
Sorry, Cypher.
Right. Okay, so with it, it's all right. With the 22, as the experienced outdoorsman that you are, you can feel the way that the wind, and you get a sense of the direction that you need to head to get away, because right now the position that you're standing in would probably blow your scent past mix it with the scent of the boar carcass to the direction of whatever creatures are out in the darkness roaring. So you move past that, you go around, drop into a drainage, and up a creek, up on top of another ridge, over the process around another half an hour, and get up into a elevated position. You're scrambling through like scree and rock and dust, but thanks to that moonlight, it is pretty well lit. We'll consider this like everyone would consider like having dark vision because the moon is so bright. So it's just impossible to see, so you don't need to put any torches up or anything like that. And you find yourselves kind of like almost this slanted 70-degree large boulder face, a singular large boulder. It's probably about the size of a small home. It's rolled down the side of a mountain that gives you guys back cover and blocks the wind, and you feel pretty well shut here, and you get a good view. You're just above most of the shrub, and the shrub that's immediately in front of you still gives a lot of vantage points from encroachment up the side of slopes of the hill, so you feel pretty well secured up here. A good roll.
Nice.
Sounds good. Seems that this would be a good place for us to bunker down for the night.
I concur. Sleep.
Shall rest here, and we shall push on to the. I want to say it was the Sunless Citadel.
Yep.
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
Do we all do watches?
Yeah.
Yep, I'll
So-
have Rolex.
Yeah.
Just for the ask.
No. Ban him. Make him take psychic damage. With those predators
Alright.
out there, it would
Who's
be
going?
wise.
Who's going? Watches first.
I'll take watch first.
Yeah, I'll join Erith.
Right.
Wait, no, that's not your name.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I was gonna
say,
sit there and go,
okay.
wait.
I'll Jesus. I'd
I'll
never.
I'll take a watch
Caught it.
wherever we.
Yeah, go. I'll go first. Oh, what are we rolling? Sorry.
I think he's getting.
Just wait a second. We'll just do an order of who's doing the watches.
Cool. I think
So it's Thoric and Torkel, and
Yeah.
then who's next?
I'll take
I-
second.
Yeah, I can go
So-
whenever as well. Are we doing
I
2
must
or
have a
3
crazy
watches?
delay.
Oh really? How bad is the delay?
I'm just saying, I'm noticing it on you guys. I think I have a bit of a delay from when I'm speaking, but I could.
Here we go.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
type test, and someone say as soon as you can see.
Same.
Yes.
Test.
Okay.
About 5
Yeah.
seconds. Not even.
Okay. No.
Yeah, for like
Yeah.
3 seconds.
Enough
I'm not-
manageable.
not the worst
Not
I've
the
ever
best.
seen.
Turn off my phone
Yes,
and see if
sure.
that helps.
But yeah. So I'll take second watch. I think. Orly, if you were okay with third,
Yeah, sure.
and then I think that just leaves Hendrik for last.
Oh, we did 4. Okay, go.
I think I think we need 4 for a full night's watch, don't we?
Oh yeah,
hours.
yeah. It's like 2 hours each.
Yeah.
I'm a survivor.
Well, hang on. Let's find out that first. You know.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
All right. So, do you guys fire or anything like that, or just get into your bedrolls and just hunker down behind the rock?
Do we, yeah, I think we can probably just go to sleep, right? It's not cold out. Is it cold out here? Sorry.
No, no. Not at the moment. It'd probably be like sitting between like 6 or 7 degrees Celsius.
Okay, so it's not warm.
But you got in your
Yeah, so
cardigans, your
it's
bags.
chilly. It's not like
Yeah.
you're going to be out there in the nothing, but you're not also not
Yeah.
freezing.
Yeah. Gets cold in the arid environments at night.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
How are we doing rations wise with everyone?
All bought like significant amounts of
Oh, that's
rations
right.
before we left.
Yeah, we all got given like 10 rations, I think.
I
Oh,
have 20.
perfect, okay.
I have 20 rations, which is good for about 3 days for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I added I think 10 extra for you, Orly.
Brilliant.
yes, as a catch up, we spoke to effectively the mother of these two people these two members that we're trying to
Yeah.
rescue, along with our possible criminal friend. She basically offered to give us a bunch of stuff if we were going to rescue them.
Yeah. There was a reward, but we said we didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
We also hog-tied Orly and left him outside for that conversation.
We saw alcohol and we just immediately
Alright.
grabbed him like, no.
Thoric and Torkel in the twilight sky above you with the bright moon above you. Emberia, the moon, giving its full show. Why don't the two of you give me a perception check, please?
Normal or disadvantage?
It'd be disadvantage for both of you.
Why?
You have dark vision. It
yeah.
just gives you it's still it's
What if
treated as
they
dim.
just use their ears?
That's fine.
This is all senses.
Perception. That makes sense because right now I was just cutting an onion and I can't see, so carries on to the character.
He's role
Oh, I got a nat 20 for the first one.
Oh, boo!
If you put them together, it's over 20.
The only thing that you really pick up on is while the two of you are watching, you see like a small a rodent species, like a desert species rodent that comes out at night and starting to move between the rocks about 20 or so feet in front of you guys. And it's just a quite peaceful thing. It just skitters around, goes around, and then you see it investigate like a certain group of rocks, and then you like this kind of fast bit of movement, and then you see a snake swirled around the body of the rodent as it's been bitten and is now being dragged by the snake into another crack of rock.
Lol. Rip.
Mm-hmm. And over the next 2 hours, your watch passes uneventfully.
Nice.
Loranic, you're up.
Okay. I'm assuming perception at disadvantage.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Nice.
Holy
17.
fuck! Okay, I'm not gonna complain at that.
All right. Okay. So, Loranic, the thing you listen out, you search out, keeping an eye for your new companions. However, you now is the first moment you've really had to be by yourself, since you heard that word that has polluted your professional career and much of your retirement from the Silver Templars, the word magistrate. And you're brought back to the many stories you heard as a new recruit, as a squire, hearing about magistrates, and then that first encounter you ever saw one on the battlefield with. and it's not a good memory. A lot of good people were lost, and they got away. It was a scouting patrol that got overextended the line, went past another checkpoint, deep in enemy lines, and a magistrate sniffed you guys out, and only a couple of you of the original unit were able to get back.
Just so I can recall, if I remember, it was Torkel's mentor that mentioned magistrates, didn't he? He said he caught their attention or
Yes.
something, was it?
Yeah.
So, like, from my knowledge, how
Uh-huh.
big a deal is a magistrate? Is that like, I'm gonna use it as a reference, but like an Inquisitor in 40 Chaos in a way, it's like a magistrate is a big deal. Like, you know that if you caught a magistrate's attention, that's a very important thing, or is it just sort of like more like a police officer?
A magistrate is like investigator, inquisitor, military officer, and judge all rolled into one. So they've got a lot of responsibility. Yeah.
So a lot of power, a lot of do not fuck with them. They are terrifying.
And you know, some magistrates might be purely bureaucratic, but they can do just as much damage to someone by orders. And then some magistrates are incredibly dangerous combatants, and they're mostly the ones you'd have dealt with. But yeah, nearly all of them would be highly trained mages, arcanists capable of extremely powerful, disgustingly dangerous spells.
Yeah. So for him to catch the attention of a full magistrate, because I'm gonna say they probably don't deal with small things. They probably deal with quite major or important details.
Yeah, they would be like in charge of an entire Tealand military garrison. You know, there's probably a couple hundred of them.
Yeah.
So they're not, I don't want to call them generals, but they have the authority to commandeer troop placements and garrisons and like have a lot of autonomy. The magistrates do not swear loyalty to the people. They not swear loyalty to the country. It is to the king themselves, and they are loyal to the king.
Okay.
The royal family.
So that means so he definitely caught the attentions of some pretty big boots.
Yeah.
That could be very important. Yeah, I imagine they're not probably just sort of while on watch. He's just sort of going through all this information, and that's
Okay. And you know, there's nothing really else that happens at all during your watch, but just those thoughts that linger in your head. And now, Orly, for your watch.
Yep. I had a plan. I wanted to make a pipe, but I doubt there's any kind of wood around here.
There's small trees and shrubs. Like it's not a forest. But if you look at some of the images, if you look at some of the images that's on Legend Keeper about what this area would look like arid, like that's kind of what you're looking at. But the wood that is here is like incredibly strong. They're used to dealing with forest fires and things like that. So we're not looking at like small like aspens or willows where it's quite easy to whittle. It's tough wood.
Okay, I'll remain seated, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. The
that's
moonlight,
a natural. That's a 0, by the way, is it?
it's a 0. It's the 0 is no modifier.
Never mind me. Never mind. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. It's fine. That's fine. Yes. So the moonlight, that comes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still carries on, all the way through your watch, despite it being spring. The way this region is, you're still another hour or so away from sunrise, and your watch passes uneventfully. So it will be Hendrick's gift, the sunrise on his watch. Your watch passes uneventfully.
I have a question to you. I have a spell, and I think in my mind, my character would have the willpower to just concentrate all night. Can I have this? I basically have to cast it once a minute. It's concentration. Would I be able to use this on my watch?
Yeah, but you're going to be speaking magic every minute or so to recast it.
Verbal somatic. Can I just mutter to myself?
But it,
You're right. Okay,
I mean,
I'll be.
you're still
I'll
drawing a
do the
magical
best.
symbol.
You're right. It's best if I somatic verbal. Okay. You're right. I will not make much noise. I'll just sit there. And
Okay,
I'm
no
doing
problem.
perception.
Yes, disadvantage, please.
1 second. Let's see if I have investigation insight. Okay, no, I don't have advantage on this. I have disadvantage.
11. That's grand. So the first hour of your watch passes uneventfully, and then comes the hue, the purple hue, easterly from you as daylight starts to approach. And as it does so, and light starts to appear over the horizon and illuminates the distance in front of you, you can see, like a good distance away, but small groups of herbivores moving through the landscapes. You see a small collapsed section of earth about a mile away in the side of looks to be one of these holes that Torko was told about and warned you guys of. The you mean it's well enough you can see it from a mile away. But you look towards the direction following up the Dry Run River on the back of this shoulder that you are, and you can just see the sweeping landscape in front of you, the dried arid landscape, which was previously bathed in water and rain and moisture the past couple of days. It's finally seemed to take that in. On some of the high points of the ridges, you can see plant life starting to return to proper springtime, and they're the first areas that start to grow here. And over the next hour, your watch passes. It is now 7 a.m. and you're all rested. So you can all hit that long rest button. I'll recover all your spells, recover all your hit points, everything like that.
And do we mark down a ration?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Mark down a ration, folks, please.
Cool, cool. Where's the long rest button? Ah, yep, see it.
Good.
Oh my god, there's a long rest button. Holy
You
shit!
didn't know?
Yeah, right next to the short rest button above the
been-
harness divine power.
I'm old
which
school. I've been
none of
doing
which you'll
shit
have.
manually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
do
if you want.
choose to make things harder on yourself a lot. All this,
Yeah,
all your
I'm.
mana bits.
Yeah, I
Just a
guess.
reminder for our cleric and paladin, you guys can also choose to prepare different spells if you wanted to. If you want to do that quickly.
Is there anything anybody thinks we should definitely have before I just go ahead with the spells I've already got?
Disintegrate lions. Do you have that spell?
Hold on. No, I don't have that.
A healing spell.
A healing spell. Okay, I'll remove the other 3.
Yeah, I
The
miss
only
playing
things I'm
cleric.
not running is Shield of Faith, Bane, Detect Magic, and Prayer of Healing.
Oh, bless and a healing spell.
Yeah, but
That's pretty much everything in cleric needs.
cool, yeah, cool. I've got Lesser Restoration, Healing Word, and Bless.
Is Bane concentration? You have Bane
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Bless?
Yeah.
Okay.
I get Bane and Bless. I've not got Bane on. I've only got Bless on.
All right. Okay. So your nice little secluded camp spot where you all rested. You get up in the morning, and you are ready for another day of adventure. You're able to recoup your steps well enough if you wanted to go down the same way back to the side of the Dry Run River and follow that up to the best of your ability to the Sunless Citadel. But I will need a survival check at that point as well.
So you need a survival check from us to retrace our steps or to go to a new area.
Go further than
Okay.
you were.
I think you've got the best survival. If you want to lead.
Who, me?
Yeah, I think you do. What's your plus? Or is that
Yeah,
me?
I'm
Or is that me?
happy. I'm happy to take survival rolls unless people want to, unless we want to
I
shift
only
it around.
have I only have a +2.
+2.
I think mine's is +3 or something like that. It's not that good. You run
Yeah.
it. You're the scout. You run it.
No worries.
You run point.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. 17. All right. So your expectations of how much further from how much you traveled at night is probably like your hope would be from the direction you guys have been given information to available to you is later evening is probably what you'd expect to get to there. Probably looking at like another 4 or 5 hours from now is when you'll probably hit the start of
What
the Sun
time did we
Citadel
head
area.
out?
What time did you leave Rackmere?
Yeah, no, what time did we leave our camp?
You left at around 7 in the morning.
But then we had to trace back and then get back on track.
Yeah, I mean, I'll count that as all 1 hour. So I wouldn't
Okay.
call that like I'll say from this point on you're 8 hours of daily travel
cool.
starting now. So I'm not trying to screw you on that. Don't worry. So yes, so you're traveling. While you are traveling, Orly, why don't I imagine you're leading again, or you having the same order as you did before previously?
I'd say I'm taking front anyways, yeah.
Why don't you give me a perception check, this time with not disadvantage?
Sure. Damn, that's a
Nice.
fucking good roll.
That's a good roll. All right, okay. So eventually, after about 2 hours of walking in this area, Orly is picking a good route. He's picking a good line, and you're dropping down more manageable levels, and not having to go up and lose as much height and go direct contour lines, but keeping steady footing. And Orly, you find what seems to be the remains of like an old road or path through this. I don't mean as an old road as it's called, but I just mean like a well-traveled path that was probably used by travelers or other peoples at one point or another. And you're traveling on that for around half an hour or so. And then you see up ahead as you start to crest slightly above the road and look down around maybe 150 feet in front of you, you see a collection of look to be corpses of some kind of beast. And as you spy at it with 18 perception, you can see that these creatures were saddled. You can see that they are clearly have been feasted upon. They have been eaten. They have been moved around. There's like a leg of one here or there. And also with your nature skills, you would recognize them as the lizard creatures, the hydals, these two-headed lizards that people use as beasts of burden and to travel on in this region.
Okay. I'll turn to the rest of you guys, and I'm assuming if I point them out, everyone else can see them anyways.
Yeah.
What's the plan?
They're on the road.
They're on this road. Yes, they're on this road, and they are dead. They are slain in the middle of the road. They look like they still have like their saddles on, and there's with an 18, I'll say, and with the more time to look, you can see like scattered amounts of like debris, whether it's clothing, whether it's more sure, but it's definitely like objects scattered around the bodies.
Can I get closer, please, to have a look to see if it was man or beast that
Sure, yeah.
did the will?
Can I take a look at the surroundings to see if there's anywhere that I think some kind of large predator could be concealed?
Yeah. I'll go to Torkel first because you're keeping us something more immediate. It is the old road has a berth of around 10 to 30 feet at the best of times from the shrub. But the shrub is like about 4 foot to around 8 foot, and I don't know if you guys have ever looked at like this type of region, what this kind of plant lives look like. Like it's very dense very quickly, so there possibly could be stuff hiding in amongst the debris and the cover.
Okay.
But there's not like an obvious trail or like a
Yeah.
ditch or anything like that that leads to me thinking this is definitely the way that something would come in. Just more or less, it's just shrub beside the road. Now, for Thoric, what you see, how close do you want to get? I guess you're 150 feet away at the minute.
Thoric is. I mean, he has his shield out. He has his hammer out. So for him, he just feels just relatively safe in himself. So he's just going to get up as close as he needs.
Okay. You guys see your party member Thor, the heavily armored dragonborn, 8 foot tall, heading down into the remains of these creatures.
As
Can I
he's
follow behind
walking,
him
can I?
at like a 10 foot behind
Yeah,
Yes.
a huge hulking figure.
with my mace out,
If
but more looking at like the ground and the surrounding area rather than the actual like carcasses.
I'll
Sorry, repeat that again, Sean.
I would like to follow up behind Thoric, but about a 10 foot distance with my mace out. But instead of looking at the carcasses and the items that he's looking at, I'd like to be looking at the surrounding area, specifically the ground and the brush.
Yes. Okay. Cool. That's good to know. And Orly, what are you doing?
so contour lines wise or height differentiation, looking at where those two are walking towards, left or right would be a higher. Which one would be higher if I was to kind of
Right.
branch off?
Right hand side would keep your height and keep you having a good angle to look directly on the actual kill site.
Okay, can I roll? Is it too far to roll stealth now?
No, you can roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have one skill that's
Cool.
good, so I
Wait,
best be rolling.
where did he go? He was right here.
To be fair, actually, yeah, I didn't say anything. Yeah, I'm gonna. The road's about 4 foot, 5 foot. You said.
Yeah, about 5 to 7 foot. I know it's a bit awkward to mention for D&D, but yeah, about that in diameter, down a slope into this kind of basiny, flatter area.
I'm going to try and loosely, at least, stay within 20 to 25 meters of one of the two that have gone ahead, flanking on the right hand side.
Okay, cool. So I'm just grabbing this.
Feet, we've got meters. All we need is inches.
Yeah.
Did I say
When you say
meters or
meet-
feet?
It's all good. Yeah. So you stalk, and again, like it does like there is a lot of verticality to this kind of area. So like even though the fact you're 25 feet away, you're more like 40 feet up, like a little bit of a bluff on these kind of crags and rocks and boulders, Orly. And as Thoric, you step up to this. I'm just grabbing basically a creature token just to give a bit of a visual, if this will work. Imagine this is a two-headed horse creature.
Ah, yes. Familiar with two-headed horses.
It's a two-headed lizard horse. Yes. So for you, oh shit, this is all GM layer. That's why you can't see it. There we go. Cool. Right. So while Thoric and Torkel, you're looking more at the ground, looking more at like signs of like movement and stuff like that. Why don't you
Yeah.
give me an investigation check? And for you, Thoric, what are you looking at?
I suppose would it be would it be medicine to see if it was man-made wounds or beast wounds?
Give me an investigation check as well, just for right this moment looking, and then from there we can go from more specific.
Okay, give me 2 seconds.
That's a
Just
good roll for
still
having
pretty
-2.
Oh yeah, it is.
Investigation. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
20.
20. Excellent. I'm very proud of the two of you. So as you get closer, we'll start from the front first here, Thoric. You look at these creatures, and you can see that they have these remains of like almost like twisted, fine, branch-like needles interlaced in some of the scales, particularly notably on the nostrils and above the eyes and around the eyes. And you see that the wounds that are actually ripping the carcass apart look to be more from scavengers and like carnivores picking it apart. So, but there is still some like piercing and ripping, but it looks almost like they've like ran into a tree and like came out worse for wear, like ran really hard into a tree or been caught up in debris, but it's like quite like it's not in the hoofs, sorry, it's not in the claws, it's not in the lower belly, it's like in the face and like in the neck. And for you, Torkel, of the 20, you look around and you're looking at the claw prints, you're looking at it, and you see some boot prints of where someone has like dismounted and like ran into the shrubland around from one of the hidals. But you see like this kind of like almost snake-like movement of disturbed sand that you're not familiar with really seeing in this kind of environment before. And when I say snake like, I don't mean literally like a snake. I mean like it. The best way I can describe it is it looks like a root system of like a tree stump has been like dragged across the ground on this sand and like displaced it a bunch. And like pebbles are moved around, stones are moved around. And that's what the two of you kind of figure out.
They were mugged by an ant.
The trees are going to war.
You, on the other hand, my friend, my little dear rogue, stalking around with the 27 stealth.
Oh no.
Was he a rogue?
Yeah.
Yes, he is a rogue.
Oh, okay.
On the little bluff 40 feet up that you're moving along, that's an excellent position to look down on this. You find small remains of like a small campfire and like some supplies wrapped in a bedroll laying on the top of it, but it's well hidden. It's like in a nook. This is a clearly hidden spot with a mush-like campfire that someone has set up as like an overlook on this explicit spot.
Oh. Can I root around, see if there's anything notable like written down or any pieces of
Yeah.
paper even?
Yeah,
Sick.
you root around the bedroll, and there's like a water canteen in there. There's some dried jerky, and some flatbread, like dried flatbread for traveling. And you don't see anything else of notable. There's no letters. There's nothing like that. There's no gold, no silver. It's just a simple like literally like a little small supply thing. And you look with your ability of stealth and your ability as a ranger, and the way that this bedroll is set up in this little crack is like perfectly that someone could like get in this bedroll and like bivouac like in this little crack and keep a solid eye with just their head being exposed, or just top of the head being exposed, looking directly down 40 feet below onto this kill site.
Okay, I'll stay here for the moment at least and keep an eye out on
Yeah.
everything else before anything goes happen.
And Hendrik and Loranic, as you guys approach, Thoric and Torkel and Thoric are making this kind of discovery of the bodies of the creatures, and looking at this strange mix of movement on the sand. What do the two of you do?
I
Look
think
around
they're
for
in
dangers.
Okay.
Sorry, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's fine.
Perception.
Yeah, make a perception check. Yeah.
Okay, I will cast guidance on myself.
Don't need it.
Wow.
Hold on, I might need it.
Oh
Wow.
28 is very good. So do you go past Thoric, or are you just looking for the immediate area, like around you, to get a sense?
I'm staying at the center of the group.
Except to the group, you see Orly 40 foot
Yeah,
above you,
dude.
in a rock face, skulking around.
You just see me.
You just see him, and we're talking like you catch a glimpse of him, like, what is that? And your guard gets upward, gets raised, and then you realize it's Orly, and being
Hendrik
very
does
well
a double
hidden.
take.
I make eye contact.
Just to prove a point.
I'm very bored, and I just like, yeah, okay, there he is.
And as you look at that, Hendrik, you see that there's a figure above Orly. There's a human-shaped figure stalking above Orly.
Just a little.
Do I have bad vibes?
They don't have any weapon out, but they are on like a higher bluff above him,
Are
and
they
it
60
almost
feet
looks
away?
like they would be about 70 feet away. If Orly's 40, they'd be about 70 feet away.
Hang on, are they doing an Obi-Wan to my Obi-Wan? Is that what's happening?
Yeah. Well,
Fuck.
yeah. Well, you're kind of like, from the way Hendrik can look, It's like you're like in a crag, like you're behind you is rock, and above them they're in a higher bluff. So they're on a higher bluff looking onto your bluff, looking onto the open. Yeah, it's like that.
Is it?
It's like that.
With a 28
Yeah.
perception, can I
Yeah.
tell more detail about this person other than they're a
Absolutely.
person? Okay.
Absolutely. They are dressed in tan, dry, sandy tan leathers. They have a shawl over them to protect them from sun. They are wearing several different belt loops around them, which are carrying like supplies and adventuring gear. And with the 28, fuck it, I guess you can see this. You can see the insignia of one shoulder of them that just briefly catches the light with your particular race's vision is very good. You recognize it as one of the Silver Templar orders on their left shoulder, on just underneath the or just above the elbow, sorry, on one of their shoulders.
Fuck. What? I'm sorry, my memory. We haven't played in 2 weeks. What deity is the Silver Order associated with?
The Silver Order is the military. It's not necessarily associated with the deity.
Oh,
They are the military.
okay. And it's like a person, right? Not a skeleton or something like
It's
that.
a person. It's absolutely a person moving around. And I would say you would recognize this order with the 3 stars and the white stripe and the red, that's slightly dark red on the corners of the shield. You would recognize this as the Order of the Raising Flame.
Okay, so we get that awkward moment where Hendrik waves, and Orly thinks he's waving at him, and then he realizes that he's actually waving at someone else. Because the
Yeah.
dude's like right behind Orly, right?
I
Yeah,
think
he is,
unless
yeah.
something was shouted out, I'm in disbelief that he could see me with me trying to stealth so much that it's kind of like, oh look, there's Orly, I found him, and that's all I'm thinking from hand gestures.
Okay. Yeah, just wave at the fellow.
Yeah, you
Say
see
hi.
the figure. You see the figure like definitely caught like in headlights a little bit, and their shemag that like covers their face, like with the right hand they pull up and like pull it down, and their cloak that's covering like their insignia, they slowly like drape it away so the insignia is more revealed, and they don't say anything, but they start to move closer towards Orly. And Orly, at this point, you're a figure quickly moving through the rocks above you, but not alarmingly so, but definitely moving towards your area. What do you do?
I wonder did that, like, I'm under the impression that like Hendrik just got lucky. Like I feel confident with my sneaking right now, so
Sir,
if I
I am
hear
an inquisitor of
seconds-
Tyr. Nothing escaped my vision.
In the past couple of seconds, Hendrik has waved at what you thought is you, then you're hearing
yeah,
noise above you.
so I'll probably kind of shimmy away from the campsite. Like obviously, like I'm thinking it's whoever was kind of like at this campsite is coming back. So I'm going to like maybe move maybe 10, 15 feet away and try
Yeah.
to remain hidden and see if it's a returning figure so I can find out who it
Yeah.
is.
So I guess in this moment, Hendrik, do you draw attention to that, to Loranek, Torkel, and Thoric?
No. uh,
Okay.
I see no. I think Hendrik's the type of person who feels he has a very good grasp on what is happening around him, and feels that there's no particular danger here. And if there's no danger, there's no need to announce to everyone what's going on.
Okay. All right. So in the next couple moments, the figure crawls down the bluff right in front of Orly, but he does not notice you, Orly. He does not see you as you stealth away. But
Sleep
he does
fucking
see that
predator.
his he's about 15 feet away from you at most, but he does see that his bedroll and his belongings have been moved around.
Yeah.
And at 15 feet away, you can hear like some soft muttering of just disapproval. And then you watch him start to climb down the rocks past you to go towards your allies, to go towards your friends.
I'll walk up to greet him.
I'll ready my hand crossbow, and keep the height advantage and see what happens. He didn't, obviously he's disgruntled and stuff, so he's not. Yeah, I understand what's going on. I
He is
guess
clearly
so.
armed, though. He is a clearly
Yeah,
armed
so
individual.
I'll remain hidden and eyes from above.
Yeah, cool. All right, okay. So you see Hendrik move towards the edge of the road into the debris, and the figure crawls down the rock face and heads towards you, Hendrik, and gets about 15 feet away from you, and gives the military kind of like light salute to you, and they wait to see what you say. They don't start the conversation.
Hail. My name is Hendrik, agent of Tier, investigating some missing children. Are you out here killing animals? I just gesture towards the pack animals.
A slight shake of the head and says, "No, my name is Squire Azario Enriquez. I am on dispatch to watch this location for the next fortnight."
Dispatch to kill animals?
No, these creatures have been dead a few weeks now. I have been situated here to watch them by orders of my knight. You are the first people we have come across in a week or so that have passed by this body. What is your purpose in moving across this plain today?
It's a long story. I guess not really. Part of an investigation, I'm tracking down a source who decided to come out here to try and save 2 children who also came out here.
We have heard someone talking about someone heading towards the Sunless Citadel. Yes. We
Yeah,
presume that these horses belonged to that party.
I don't presume anything.
No, but my knight does.
Hmm.
But it is not the party itself that we are interested in. Tell us, when you looked at those bodies, those creatures, what? And at this point, Hendrik, your allies, Loranek, Torkel, and Thork, you can all hear this conversation happening in the bush of Hendrik just talking to someone who's not Orly.
Oh, Hendrik's talking to himself again.
Right. So we haven't actually seen or heard. Who was it? Izaro?
Yeah, you can hear him or her and Hendrik talking, but you don't see them because of the way Hendrik is walking into the bush. You can definitely hear a conversation of some kind.
Well,
They're conveniently behind a tree.
Thork is going to head towards the talking.
It makes sense. Hendrik hasn't picked up the habit of talking to themselves so far.
Now, because we have not have out of character, because we have not had a discussion, I don't have any information. I would like to turn around and look at the animals and use investigation real quick to see what I can deduce. Can I do that?
Yeah, so you want to leave the person who's talking to you and go investigate?
Well, it's like 4 feet over there, isn't it?
Yeah, roughly about 5-6 feet.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Sure. Yeah. As the group of you head over, and see this.
Being an elf is
figure.
the best.
You see this figure, very much like the attire is suited to traversing the arid region, very much like a scout, light on their feet, spy, wilderness survival wear, with the symbol of the raising flame above their left elbow.
Do we all, I mean, especially me, do we recognize the raising of the symbol of the raising flame?
You I mean, these are famous military organizations. You guys recognize it.
Sorry, the footstep track that I identified earlier, is that on the opposite side of the road from where they are?
It's kind of everywhere. Once you have an eye in, and it's at this point that you have an eye in and you look in detail at this Torkel, Hendrik sees where you are, and he's able to place individuals of whatever created that disturbance of sand converge on these dead idols, on this area. And I guess I'll lay it out for you fact to fact, Hendrik, and you would piece most of this together, Torkel. The book, you see that the individuals on the Heidels were alarmed. They seemed to have like kind of circled themselves and made like a defensive circle, and then they were attacked from distance, which probably panicked the Heidels. To then the riders dismounted, as probably the first Heidel fell down, and they ran off in the direction further up the road. They just followed the road, and kind of veered off into the bush. And looking at the 26, these creatures were not killed by arrows or like flung rocks or anything like that. It's like these like branches that are embedded in them, which you might have thought that they simply ran through the bush. They're like way too deep. Like as you look at them, they seem to have been like thrown really hard at the Heidel, specifically in the neck and the eyes. Again, they've got 2 heads, so they've got to target 6, but all of them definitely got it targeted to those regions. And it seems like the people who were attacked that dismounted from these Heidels were caught off guard by such an attack.
You said the people dismounted and like ran. There's footprints then, right?
Yes, you could follow the footprints.
Are
yeah.
these adult footprints or child footprints?
They're no, there's gnomish size, which there's a pair of gnomish sized.
Yeah,
There
that's right, we
is
know.
and then there's one that's like a regular humanoid size, and then another one that's regular humanoid size. So you've got two gnomes dismounting and then 2 humans dismounting. So you probably imagine that the humans had a Heidel each, and then the gnomes shared the Heidel.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
odd.
Well, if I recall correctly, we were told that the 2 gnomes were going to the mercenary.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like-
They
Because it is
had
today,
to
it's
have that.
possible that they've got like either a set of guides or a single guide. Because it could be that there's like one guide
fourth one
and then
could be our
the
dude.
4th one is our dude.
Yeah.
Which I will go and find the name of. I'm sorry, it's slipped my mind. It's been a busy weekend. But it's possible that, or it could be coincidence, and there's 2 like. Because if they're on, they were part of the same group. It could be that we haven't met our guy, like, or rather, he wasn't part of this group, but we don't know.
Yeah.
But we know the 2 gnomes and some 2 other individuals were here. I say
Yeah.
we. This is what those lot know.
This is
They're
what
not-
Hendrik knows,
Yeah, this
and
is what Hendrik
Torkel's picked up the odd sweeping pattern of the ground displacement, and also the footsteps running in the bush. You would see that as well, as Hendrik kind of pointed out. But the squire who's in front of you guys doesn't seem to like want to interrupt whatever you guys are doing. They just seem to be watching.
They're not. Well, he's sort of letting them do the investigation. He's not good enough for it at the minute. But he will greet the Silver Templar squire. He will specifically not use a military greeting. Use, I guess, the civilian and military greetings.
Yes, there are. Yeah.
He will use a civilian greeting.
Was it a handshake or?
No, I assume
No,
it's more
it's a
hi
bow.
as opposed to a salute.
Yeah.
Would be my assumption, so, or something in that regards. But I was not expecting to see a Silver Templar here.
There are
Need to
many of
investigate.
us within the order that patrol the area. Don't take it as such a surprise you don't see our agents out and around.
No, I am well aware that your reputation of the Raising Flame, I imagine that we may have passed by a number of your order and not noticed a thing.
Yes.
Do you come investigating the same as our task?
You seem there's a slight reluctance to share information. And she says, I am on assignment from my knight. I'm here watching this location, as I ordered to do so.
Fair. No, understood. We were told that there was 2 if I recall, sorry, they were like teenagers, weren't they? The 2 gnomes?
Yeah.
Like, because they're not fully children, but young, stupid kids.
Yeah.
Cool. We were told that they are 2 Nomish teenagers who came or attempted to visit the Sunless Citadel in an attempt to prove their metal to Talos. But they have not returned, and they left during the storm, so we came to see if they needed assistance and if we could provide.
Takes that on board.
Like he was being
We-
he was being incredibly honest with them. He's not trying to hide any
Yeah,
details
no,
from them.
yeah, no, that's fine. The squire says a noble goal to try and save some people who do not have a relationship with. This is not a military matter. It is one individual's choice if they want to go into some old ruins. We are not involved in investigating such people. We have more important duties to take care of, such as whatever has been attacking people on the roads, such as killing these idols.
Have things like this happened before then? In the immediate.
Over the past couple of weeks, some travelers and creatures during our patrols have been slain by suspicious means, shall we say. There are multitude of knights and their attendings out trying to investigate the source.
The past couple of weeks before the sorry, what was it called? Is it the Everstorm? The storm?
Yeah, the Everstorm, yeah.
Everstorm, that was it. Yeah, before the Everstorm or since then?
As far as we're able to tell, most likely starting around 3-4 weeks ago is when it first started to be picked up. We have a forward operating base back towards the sun-scorched road at Heatshade. That is where my knight is based currently, but I could not know exactly where everyone else is at this moment. As I said, my operation is to sit and watch this site and report details, and then travel back to Heatshade to accumulate my findings and give it to the field marshal.
I believe, well, we currently have our own business. See if we can. But how long will you be staying? If we do find anything and you are still here, we may be able to pass that along, or we may go to this forward camp ourselves if need be. But we would like to assist in what way we can, but we have our own, as you said, we have our own goals at the moment.
I will be here for the foreseeable until I have another week and a half on rotation on this. I was simply away relieving myself when you came across the site.
I do not expect our business to take that long, so if we may pass through this area again, if we find anything of that might be of use, we shall pass that along to you.
I thank you very much for your honesty. And I hope your travels to the Summer Citadel bear more fruit than the last group you say you're following.
They are young and foolish. That does not mean that they deserve to die. It would be a great loss to lose them, even if it is their own choices. I wish to provide aid to any and all who need, really.
Just nods at that.
Yeah, then I'll sort of just leave it there for a minute and he'll probably just glance around the camp or the area and sort of just seeing other people do their work because he doesn't have the skills really to provide aid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with this kind of accumulation of information, Hendrik and Torkel, those are your findings. And yeah, what do you guys do now?
There aren't any gnomish or human bodies, but there are quite a few footsteps. But is there a
Yes.
definitive direction that the footsteps leave the road in?
Yeah, they seem to follow the road for around 40 or so feet. Then they go in the bush, and then they seem to have like had a realization that probably running into the bush away from the road is not a good idea, and then they went back to the road and they've just ran straight up the road.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm gonna like just mosey back on over to those guys then when they're talking with this Silver Templar.
Yeah. Hendrik, what about you?
Well, we still know where they're going. I'll just follow the footprints or tracks.
Mhm.
So
Alright.
it sounds like this group is definitely the one we're looking for, or at least one of us we're looking for.
Yeah.
So it would make sense to just try and follow the tracks. But do the footprints look like, if I'm being told this, so that is, does it look like they're heading in the direction of Sunless Citadel, or
Yes, they are. Yeah.
okay, cool. It still makes sense then to follow both.
Yeah. The bodies of the Heidels are definitely weeks old. Like they smell pretty bad, but they've been picked pretty clean. Given the area around here, and with the investigation check, they've been heavily damaged by like water and by like wind as well, and things like that.
So they didn't hold up for the storm, I imagine. So it obviously happened during it,
Yeah.
or either during or immediately after. So
Yeah, I should make it clear with your 26 with investigation, whatever it was, and also the 20, the Torkel ruled, like the footprints and the bootprints that were there, were made like in heavy mud that's then dried and cracked and rained again. So they were incredibly hard tracks to find. I just want to make that clear. You guys worked really hard to do that and ruled really well. They would have been hard
Okay.
tracks to find for a lot of other people.
Yeah. Okay.
well, if we have these footprints, then we can follow them. But I wish you luck on the investigation. So, again, saying that to the Silver Templar. Wish you luck. But
Yeah.
we will go and see what we can do.
Yeah, they give you a religious farewell of offering thanks and wishing you the best for the 12 gods in your day to day and your week to week and your month to month and your year to year. And they start to head back up to the cliff, totally
Yeah.
not knowing where Orly is.
Fuck.
I love the idea that it's just two rogues stealthing past each other and neither knowing that the other's there.
Cypher, does it
Yeah.
look like I could follow? Because obviously I didn't hear anything. I've just been keeping watch. I'm like what, 50, 60 feet away?
Yeah, but you would have been from that conversation from her immediately would have been 25 foot away from her as she is in the shrub. So you would have heard like it's pretty quiet out. There's some calls of insects and some birds flying around, but you could
Main
hear
gist.
snippets of that. Yeah.
Okay. Does it look like I could follow alongside the road from where I am?
Yeah. Yeah, you
I'll
could.
just do that. I'll try. Yeah, I don't want to be seen. At this point, it just feel awkward if I was seen now, anyways. So
This is
Okay.
where Orly gets eaten by a lion, and none of us even know because he's so stealthy.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. All right. So you head off. Do you want to just leave? So she basically heads back up the cliff and then goes back into her position, and starts to remake the bedroll and refill the water canteen from a large water satchel she has. Orly as you snip past her. Actually, why don't you re-roll me a stealth check, please, since you've been stealthing for a little bit.
okay.
This is the attempt to leave the spot.
This is the attempt to leave, correct?
Yeah.
It's so depressing.
Mhm.
16.
Wait, has it been an hour since the lion run-in?
Well, we've
It's
long
been 8
rested,
hours.
so yes.
Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. You managed to sneak past her passive perception, Orly.
Yeah, just I bet.
Just. So you
I'll
your
regroup
allies
after
duplicate
maybe
the road.
60 feet or something like that. Then just to let you know.
Okay, that's fine. Are you guys heading up the road following these tracks
Yep.
Yeah.
past the Heidels? Cool. No problem. All right. So as you guys carry up the road and Orly rejoins you, do you have anything to discuss? Or are you just pressing up the road?
I think as we're walking, I might ask kind of what was that about, insinuating that I didn't hear anything, just to fill in the gaps.
They were a squire of the Raising Flame. They have apparently some strange things have been attacking people and things in this area. that bit unusual in the past couple of weeks. The Raising Flame are investigating to see what is happening.
Did they see the kids?
No. Well, not directly. It seems as though whatever's it seems that those idols were the ones carrying our the kids, and they did seem to fall victim to whatever is attacking these, or some perhaps I'm not too sure. But that squad, they were there to keep watch over that site and see if anything unusual comes of it.
Fair enough.
Okay. Carrying on. You follow this old road for some time. It's simple, but the tracks still remain. The heavy, sodden, muddy footprints that are indented in the ground have now dried out. It is this morning, the 13th day. I should have clarified as well. It is a kind of cooler day, sitting in this region now, around between 17 and 19 degrees. There's a light mist in some of the higher regions. And as you follow the road, some of the clouds darken the sky a little bit. And it's about another couple hours, another 2 hours, you start to see the first signs of a ravine. You see that there is this large crack in the earth that starts a good distance away from the high point you're at, probably another hour or so to actually get down to the side of it as the road carries up along it. And as you keep going down there, this ravine runs for several miles in either direction from the start to where the point where you actually meet it. And you see that there are these pillars close to the sides of one section of the ravine that's close to the road. Some of them are upright, others have this lean to them. They have large, I guess, runes scattered amongst them, but look to have been damaged heavily by the storm and make them unrecognizable, whatever they once were. And this crack in the earth, this large split, is as you start to walk towards the cleft and look down in towards it, you see darkness, sunlight kind of peel through and push through, and faintly see the remains of like a stairwell cracking down at one part of it further up the road, and like sections of a tower body and ceilings that are crushed in and ruins as the sunlight is pushing down into it, but very faintly, very faintly. And further up the road, where some more of these pillars are, like one of them ones that is bent over around 60 feet away from you guys, you can see that there is a large, heavy set of rope, of adventure rope, tied to one of the pillars that is draped off the edge of the cleft going down into the crack in the ravine.
Well, it seems as though our group made it here, at least. We should continue on, see if we can find them.
Down the rope.
It appears
yeah.
so. How well, like, attached to that base pillar does the rope look?
Give me an investigation check, please.
Sure thing.
5.
Oh dear.
With a 5, the rope has been here for a couple weeks, damaged by the storm, obviously. It's still a sturdy rope that's tied to it. It's in good enough condition to be used, from what you can tell.
Okay.
Well, I go
It seems
first to
fine
test
by
the
my
rope.
eyes.
I see no problem with this rope.
Or we start
Perfect.
with the heaviest person.
Yes.
And if they survive, it's good for everyone else.
Exactly. Perfect. Let's go.
What's the worst that could happen?
Anyone
to
here
hire
have
a new-
waterfall?
We get a new party member.
Thork sees no problem with this plan.
All right. So Thorak, are you going to attempt to? Now, there's kind of two options. As you look down the cleft, you see that there's a ledge of like the starting stairwell where the rope like goes to 50 feet down. The rope actually goes right down to that level. And from there, with your passive perceptions, you can see that there is clear like indentations where you could handhold it instead of using the rope if you wanted to.
Okay, I have an idea then. I'm going to pull the rope up. I'm going to tie the end of the rope to like my belt or my waist or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I was like, okay, well, can the rest of you together, because you'll probably have to work together for this, just keep the rope taut as I climb down. So in case I lose my grip, and then that can just keep going until it's the last person.
And are you still keeping the end of the rope tied on to the pillar itself, or you're untying that?
No, keeping that tied to the pillar and putting the rope that was thrown over the edge, pulling that up
Onto
and
you.
Onto me.
And then we
Okay.
take the amount of rope that's like
The slack.
Slack.
yeah, and we make it taut. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Quite
Taco
literally
will start
upselling.
grabbing the rope. Yeah. Taco will start grabbing the rope
Wait a second.
and pass it like around his back so that he's like feeding it across.
Rope is
Yeah.
expensive. If they went down there, they'd need the rope. But if they came back up this way, they would have untied the rope. So they're probably still down there.
That's what we.
Or, like, they never
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
That's why we're
No, sorry.
pretending.
Never mind. Never mind, guys. Ignore me.
The investigative mind of a tier person never stops. All right. So why don't you give me a DC 3 athletics check then, please, to be lowered down into the
Athletics.
18.
I was gonna say
You're
that's
fine.
basically just like not naturally wanting it.
I mean, you're
Yes.
a fighter, surely, of like
He rolled an
3
18.
strength.
With that, with your 20 strength, carefully stepping. Are you like walking down? Are you like beeline down the side of? Or are you just being lowered down?
No, the little handholds you said that were in the
Yeah, you're gonna crawl
thing.
down. Ah,
I'm gonna
okay,
crawl
sorry,
down, and they are my safety net for that.
I get you. So with the process of around a minute, you very deftly climb down using the handholds down here and there. Some of the handholds have like little pieces like fur on them, or like hair that smells a little bit rancid as you climb down past it. But you find yourself now on this stone ledge, and the rest of your allies are up above you.
Yeah, I untie myself and I just call up. Yeah, everything's fine.
I'll start like feeding the rope back through then and attach it to my belt to try and climb
Okay.
down.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I think with this, why don't you give me an athletics check then, please?
Sure, I could definitely get lower than a 3 on this. Oh, 19.
All right. Who's next?
Luranock, I think.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go next, I guess.
I'm the heaviness, to be honest, because if something goes wrong when Hendrick's going down, I might be able to do something.
No, that's fair. I will try it. That was closer than I like.
Lorana, you're not used to doing as much climbing as you were. You've been out of the military a little bit. Those training obstacles are a little bit.
I've been out of the military for a good couple decades. Yeah,
Tiniest
I am not. I'm not quite in the martial prowess that I once was.
All right. Okay. And Hendrik, and then Orly, if you're next, you give me athletics checks then, please.
I will cast guidance on myself,
Okay.
and you just see Hendrik mutter some stuff and just sort of like pat his chest, like where the heart is, to get the heart beating.
You'll be
And,
fine.
Okay. Oh shit!
Mhm.
Wrong thing. Oh, whatever.
That's fine.
Fuck it. 1d4 normal and athleticism
Yes.
plus I pass,
Four.
right?
Yeah, you
It's
pass.
gonna be 9 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Yeah, you pass. Yeah, I mean, you climb down. Again, noticing the kind of same little patches of hair and stuff like that. Your keen eye always keeps an eye out for these little details. And then Orly, it is your turn next.
I'm gonna climb down the rope.
Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. You don't need to ability check for that. And you climb down the rope,
Sick.
and you find yourselves on this ledge. So to describe this ledge, it is clearly worked stone. You're now 50 feet down into the earth, into this ravine. About 250 feet to your west, because where you've dropped in now, that would have been the eastern slope of the ravine. So you've been yeah, if you imagine that. And to your west, you can see a far wall of the remains or the far wall of the chasm in its distance. And you see that there is small remains of a campfire beside you. And just to give a little bit of explanation as well to what this looks like, as you look down over the edge, with the sunlight still helping you guys, there are three small sets of intervening ledges which zigzag the stairwell of stone beneath you. And I'll use this as a visual example of what it looks like.
It's dark.
So, oh, is it dark? Sorry, I don't know why that's dynamically lit. I'll turn off dynamic lighting. Wait, dynamic lighting shouldn't.
Do
Oh,
we need
sorry,
to
there you go.
have her?
No.
There we go. Oh, okay.
Okay, fine. That's what it looks like. So you guys are up at the top up here. You can see the remains of a small campfire. Now this campfire is much older than a couple weeks. But with passive perceptions and stuff, you can see that there's definite remains of some life and creature around here. Movement.
Is it like an actual like set up campfire, or is it like a fire pit?
It's like a fire pit that has not been used in a long time.
Okay, cool.
Well,
That map is so cool, by the way.
Yeah, that is sick. It gives me like Dante's Inferno vibe. For some
Yeah.
mm,
Start going
Agreed.
down.
reason. Yeah, probably just because
So-
it's descending.
natural sunlight, as you guys, is 80 feet down, but natural sunlight does start to end once you start to get down to the bottom of here.
well,
And then that's like kind of when you can see the remains of the structure of this kind of citadel-y ruin across the gap of the ravine.
well. What I will do is I will cast light on my hammer, and will I lead the way, everyone? He asks.
Sure.
Yeah, there's-
You may do so.
All right.
And then
Okay.
off he goes ahead.
So, yeah. Right. The stairs are 5 feet wide as you head down. As you kind of go past the first bluff, the first little turn, you do that kind of. It's like that is the foot space as well. Like it is like a drop if you step off this. So it is very much like, all right, okay, just take your time, guys. Just take your time. But there's plenty of debris, lots of stone, dried moisture that's happened as the rain has fallen down into here as well. But luckily enough, nothing has seemed to have flooded or moss has grown down here to make it even slippier. It's quiet, but there is a cold breeze which blows up from below, which brings like a scent of just like dust and a faint trace of rot to all of you guys. And as you head down the stairs, as the stairs narrow into a small courtyard, which looks to be the remains of like an old battlement. Sorry, you going to say something, Ryan?
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm used to my old headset where if I turn my mic up,
Yeah.
move it up, it mutes it. I sneeze,
thought-
so I mute.
I
moved it
thought
up,
you
and I
whispered.
sneezed
I
this
thought you
side.
whispered DM. I thought you whispered DM, and I was like, "What?"
No, I sneezed, but I
He
forgot that
he
I can't.
sneezes DM.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, the moss is just
Yeah.
mushroom spores.
Yeah.
that
Right.
that
Nice.
dust and rot is getting.
Yeah.
I know.
Alright.
So truly a 4D experience.
So this little like before you actually get onto this courtyard, when you're still in the stairwell, heading down, sunlight's starting to get fainter and fainter, but you have a light spell cast with you, so that's good. This looks to be like a battlement of like a wall that's like sunken in, and actually now the floor in front of a watchtower past it. The north and south edge of this courtyard is completely crumpled away, and it's like this treacherous, dark, unknown depth of drop around it, and the courtyard in front of you is completely covered in like cobbles and fallen stone and slicks of mud and debris. And before we start to properly adventure, let's go ahead and take a quick 10-minute break.
Sounds good to me.
All
Okay.
right.
Sounds good.
Be right back.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Anyway, D&D. D&D. So, at the bottom of
Jesus,
these...
Donegal's depressing, guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it
Shit.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's like it's like a
Grim.
fiber town.
Everything's like everything's like 15th century like or 14th century like stonework or made of like fuck sheet steel. Holy
I'm sorry.
crap.
I'm going to include this bit in the video, and the video is going to be called
Okay.
Donegal is depressing. Okay, go on.
D&D.
D&D.
Donegal and depressing.
Donegal and depressing. Cool. Right. So, let me, as you head to the bottom of the stairs and find yourselves in this broken up courtyard, let's transition to a map. That should be dynamically lit. And you should see your tokens at the bottom right-hand corner.
No. Oh wait, right hand corner. Well,
We're at the
yes.
bottom right, guys. We're at the bottom right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So, as I said, this area in front of you is heavily debris. It's like there's no spot on the ground that isn't just like covered in like cobble and stone and rock. So you're not actually walking really on the floor, you're walking on like basically piles of mess, masonry debris. And then there's one area that's slightly free, like just here. Like these two blocks here, these two blocks here are free, where the bottom of the arrow hits and the head of the arrow meets. But yeah, that's from what I can describe to you. And then there's a large watchtower, right, a crumpled watchtower right in front of you, which is here.
So this is like a recessed castle that's collapsed into the earth, kind of.
The Sunless Citadel. Yeah, it is
Yep.
an entire citadel that
Okay.
fell into this ravine.
They
Is
built it in a
this
swamp.
a door?
That
No,
is
it
a
was,
door, yes.
If I remember, it was one of the living saints or something that crumbled.
Hierophant of Talos,
That was it, Hierophant.
Okay.
the big cheese.
I will walk over to the door, DM, and I will investigate for traps.
All right, okay. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please, to move 10 feet over the rubble?
Absolutely.
19.
Nice.
All right, so you step over the rubble very dexterously, but standing here at the one part of the floor that is cleared of rubble, a trap door swings open and you fall immediately through it.
I want to check the door, not the floor.
Sure. I don't think
Oh my god.
I don't think I walked over that one, boss.
Yeah, you did. I've got it on my screen. I've got the
Normal.
tiles mapped out. You did exactly what.
You did exactly what I wanted.
You literally activated his trap card.
Yeah. So let me.
The
So
bottom
in the,
Do I get a dex save?
so
Do
this
I
is
get a
what
dex
happens.
save for falling in the trap?
So this is what happens, right?
It's
He
happening.
steps forward. He walks over this area that is clear of rock. The door slides open. Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. 16. As you're falling in this 10-foot gap beneath you, you grab onto this lip of the door, and now your party has a chance to act. So,
I would like to try and save him, please.
No.
As that's happening,
Uh,
I want to rifle through and get the hempen rope out of my bag, please.
cool. Yeah, that is your action. Yeah.
So can you mark out just on the map where the?
I'll put him here. I'll put him right here.
Yeah.
This is the one that
There.
he stepped over.
Okay.
Okay, that one I absolutely stepped on. Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I want to shift if I can. I'd like to shift through the party to where he was, and because I know where he stepped,
Yeah.
I think here is safe. He stepped over.
Yeah.
Can I try to get a hand on him to pull him up, please?
Yeah, you want to reach out? Yeah, make an acrobatics or an athletics check. Pull him out.
Anyone?
Oh no!
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
So what happens is you lean forward to grab him, but some masonry in your heavy plate mail slips under your weight, and now you are trapped in into about waist deep masonry, and you're pulled back from getting a chance to grab him, and you are currently restrained at this moment in time until the next round
Okay,
is gone.
someone else's turn.
Yeah.
That is Thoric getting restrained like a visible thing that we see, like masonry shifts and falls onto him.
It's like he's stepping in like piles of rock, and then he just he loses his balance, and he just slips in the pile of it, and then he reclining those metals of his leg greaves, and he just sinks into it. It will only take a round for him to possibly get out of it, but for this moment he doesn't have a chance to grab on to Hendrik.
I would like to. We left that rope up there, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna. Bad that I wasn't paying attention to which ones aren't trapped. The two ones that were void of rubble were these two here, right?
This entire trapdoor is open, and he's hanging off the ledge of it, so this entire section here is open.
Use me as an anchor.
Yeah, I'd like to. Can I occupy this one?
Yes.
I would like to occupy that space
That's fine. Yeah, you can do it. Nothing happens to you.
and try and assist Hendrik.
Yeah,
Like-
make an athletics check.
Pull him by the
Can
chin
I
or something.
aid him to give him advantage on the check, or?
Yeah, you can aid him.
Yeah. So I don't want to be like each of us individually
we can
going in athletics,
grab
and
athletics,
fall on you.
athletics. So I'll definitely be helping.
Grab Torkel by
Hendrik
the
is-
waist.
Yeah. Okay, that is fine.
12.
10 or 12. Yeah, that's fine. You pull him out. So as you're lifting him out, and you pull him out, the door is still open, and two things happen. So the rubble immediately behind you that you slipped into, Thoric, you hear something, you feel something move around your leg. You feel something heavy bash against your leg, and then you hear this grabbing around, and a giant rat comes singeing out of the rubble behind you. And also at the same moment, a large rat that was trapped in the hole beneath this crawls out of the hole up the side of the wall and leaps out as well over here. And let's roll
Lunch.
initiative.
Oh, rats.
Proud? Yeah, he is.
I'm so fucking slow.
We can cook these things up. Have pulled rat for dinner.
I thought I rolled a 22 there. I was about to fucking run down the street with my top off.
Oh shit, I didn't click mine.
Always click your token.
I'm not at my PC, I was using the phone.
Okay. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm fine down here. I'm just gonna hang out.
You've been hoisted out. You're standing on the precipice. All right, Torkel Gunmanson.
Oh, that was enough? Okay.
Torkel Gunmanson. So you're
Or at least first he got 22.
Sorry, I didn't click the token cipher, sorry.
He's not on the thing either.
Orly, you have some rope in your hand.
I'm not
What do you do?
angry with you, Stody. I'm just fucking disappointed.
We have some rope in your hand.
Okay.
Appear.
Okay. So is Hendrik Hendrik was pulled. He's successfully out of hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Um.
There were supposed to be more rats. I apologize.
Enough for everyone. We can all eat.
Yeah. You
Food.
probably you don't have a chance of rolling higher than their initiative, so just give us 1 second. There we go. Yeah, much better. Sorry. I forgot to roll for how many showed up. I hope you forgive me.
That's
No.
fine, I guess.
Yeah, thank you. So one comes out of the actual slot that Hendrik was in, and the rest of them crawl out of the rubble once they were disturbed from Thoric sliding into it. All right, cool. Orly, your turn. Rats.
Alrighty. Damn rats. I shall take out hand cross. Oh wait, I've got a handful of rope, man.
It's all right. You can sacrifice your movement to draw your weapon if you want to.
I'll drop the rope onto the ground. Take my hand crossbow and dagger out, and I shall shoot at this rat over here. I can't remember
Yeah.
what's the crack with sneak. No, I won't do that. I'll shoot at this guy because then I get
There's always
sneak attack, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you will.
I'm learning. I'll get there. Cool. I think I can attack twice. The first one with sneak attack. The second one
Yeah.
without. Normal. That's with sneak.
It's dead.
Nice.
Oh,
Very nice.
It's
Yeah.
a rat.
okay. This rat.
Yeah.
Without snake attack.
It's
Missed.
dead.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, sorry, no. Sorry, I thought I just saw the damage. I didn't see that. 9 misses.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Have you got a crossbow expert?
He does.
I do,
Okay, that'll be why, yeah.
and I think I'm happy where I am.
Yeah.
I doubt I can use a bonus for just put my rope back in the bag. It's not enough.
I would say you could use a bonus action to kick it behind you, so it's not
Sure,
in
we'll
the
go
way
with
of anybody.
Yeah, perfect. That's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. So rats appear. So fucking the Wild West cowboy of hand crossbows just takes a couple pot shots.
My
behind,
one move.
behind Thoric.
Fucking
Uh,
John Wick over here.
Yeah. This rat here, this angry rat, leaps out and basically leaps across the gap here to try and bite onto Hendrik's ass. It does. It has a. Oh, they have pack tactics. Ooh,
Of course they do.
advantage. Let me make sure.
Yes.
Always roll advantage. Okay. I
Here
generally
come
didn't
the
do that.
crits.
18 for 3 damage on you, Hendrik.
Pack tactics plus bubonic plague. I love this game.
Okay. So yeah, you take 3 piercing damage, I think, Hendrik, as it bites onto your
what
rear.
what I will do there, if it's okay,
Bites me in the ass.
will
Yeah.
use my reaction 1d10 plus proficiency
Mhm.
to intercept, and because my proficiency is 2, it basically will auto negate because minimum is 1.
Sure.
I keep forgetting about Thoric every time.
Yep. So you take no damage, Hendrik.
Does Thoric take that damage instead, or how does that work?
Nope.
Power shield.
So as this rat comes sailing through the air trying to leap onto you, a huge, great shield just appears right in front of your butt cheeks, and then the rat just bites into that instead. All right, okay. Torkel, it's your turn. Sean,
Oh, you're
you're
not.
muted.
Okay, so we've got a rat chewing on some
Some shield.
imaginary butt cheeks, and then 2 rats over that side. I will. Still worried about another rat. I can cast spells. I'm a spell person.
Mm-hmm.
I will spell these people up. I don't know what any of these things do. Let's cast. Oh, that's touch. I'm going to cast spiritual weapons
Cool. Yeah.
on this place here.
Slab. Yes, I'll grab a weapon for you. Weeping?
It's a big book.
It's a big book.
Big
I
book.
like it.
It just like swings. Go with this rat.
Cool.
So when you cast the spell, what do I roll for the spell though? Level 2. Oh, there we go. 24 hit.
Yeah, fucking hell, it blows it apart.
What level are we again?
With 4?
4?
Are we? Are we sure?
Yeah.
You definitely should be level 4.
1d8 plus your spellcasting ability. Nice.
Oh no, he missed 2 sessions. Remember, so he's not level 4. He's level 3.
No, sorry, I was being sarcastic with the rolls we're fucking getting in this session.
All right, okay. Yeah, so you hit, basically the book appears and the book opens, the rat jumps forward, the book closes, and it just like explodes the rat, and gut and blood and guts and bone and fur fly everywhere. It was like when
And-
someone closes a big book on a wasp, it's just gone.
And now
Oh yeah, I
in
should have made it a rolled up magazine. Fuck. Oh, okay.
and now in the book is an artist's depiction of that rat. Each creature you
Christ, right.
kill, each creature you kill
Oh
with
my
it becomes
God,
an
it's a kill
illustration in
log.
the book. Yeah.
I love this game. As a bonus action, I can take another attack, right?
When you cast it, you deal the attack, and then as a bonus action from the subsequent turns, I think you can attack with it.
So, yeah, as a
Can
bonus
you
action
post
on
the
your
spell?
turn, you can move. Yeah, of course.
Oh wait, sorry, no. You cast it. You cast the spell, and then the bonus action is how you.
It is a
attack
bonus
it.
action, which means that
Next turn you can cast.
yeah,
an
okay, it's not a full
spell,
action
then
to
use
cast
that
it.
as
Yeah,
well.
that makes sense. So I have my action, right?
Yes.
Yep.
No, sorry. That. Yep.
It's a
Wait.
bonus action spell, spiritual weapon.
Yes,
That's
correct.
really overpowered.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Really good.
Thanks, man.
I'll take my mace attack at this little man, or my hammer
Yeah.
attack. I don't think we ever put my hammer in, but I'll take my.
I
mace
need.
attack.
There's one thing I forgot before the session,
No,
but
it's
it is
okay.
a plus. It's a +1.
I do have a
as well.
+1 weight, so that's fine. I don't think I have advantage in that, so it's a 13.
You don't. 13 does hit. You smack it in the right arm and like just crush it, and your bones crack. It's very much, very barely still alive.
Cool. And that is my turn.
All right, your turn, and then it's rats.
I would like to attempt to unrestrain myself, please.
Let me just check the rules on this for this exact area. Yeah, make an athletics check.
25.
Oh,
my
you're
God.
out. Yeah, you're out of like. So for any other character, it'd be like waist deep or like belt deep, fucking debris he's slunking into. But for Thor, because he's so tall, it only goes up to just above his thighs.
Remember the X-Men movie where Juggernaut gets put halfway into concrete and he just pulls himself out?
Yeah, pretty much.
And that was my action. That's going to be it. My turn.
Okay, no problem. Giant rat. This one here is going to lunge at Doric. Sorry, Torkel.
Okay.
Yeah. Pack tactics, yes. For a did it roll? Oh, sorry, I'm editing the bite. Oops.
One
for
here.
yes, it's biting you. Yeah.
He doesn't have pack tactics though, because he's not got a partner within 5 feet, right? Oh no, he's got someone attacking me. That's yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. With an ally within 5 feet of you. So 22, so 6 piercing, but
I
I
would
think
like to
you're about
intercept.
to be defended. Yeah. Roll your d10.
1d10 plus 2. Yeah, no damage.
Negated.
Nice.
This rat here is going to attempt to bite the man who fell in the hole. I'm going to attempt to bite Hendrik for a 23 for 5 piercing.
Okay.
5 piercing damage.
He's so scared of the rat that he's rendered mute.
No, I'm here. You don't hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Cool. So a bite that was coming at you as you're getting pulled up out the hole. The shield blocks it, and then in the middle of all this chaos, a shield does not block this attack as it bites you. Basically, just above like that little crook, just above like where your foot meets your ankle, and it's like just like it really hurts. Okay, it's your turn now, Hendrik.
I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to move here.
All right, cool. Give me a
That's my
dexterity
turn.
info, please, as you move through the rubble.
Oh, you already made me. Do I have to do it again? Okay, hold on.
Yes, you
Fuck,
do.
this is gonna suck.
Oh,
Wait.
man.
Wait,
You
wait, wait, wait,
sync
wait, 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 wait.
guidance.
Wait, I'm not
No,
done.
Favored by
Favored by the
gods.
gods.
Oh,
Okay, you're
11.
fine.
11.
You're fine.
It's
You-
worth it
you're-
because the DM was
you're-
so happy that I failed.
You, as you're
God,
running
that's
through this
scary.
debris, if you imagine like that, use like that, almost like that Donald Duck gold thing in that layer. That's like what the ground is like in here with just debris. It's just like waves and mounds of debris. It's like you're running over unsecured surface and you're about to slip into a hole, and then some holy light shines beneath your left foot and it guides you out of slipping in that hole. All right, cool. Hendrik,
I
is
can
that the
cast
end
a
of your
healing
turn?
word. Does anyone need healing?
You.
I think it's
You're
just
the
you.
only one that's hurt.
Yeah, okay, no, it's fine. You only bit my pinky toe
You
off.
still have an
It's
action
fine.
left, or you
Oh,
disengaged? Okay, that's
I disengaged so that you wouldn't
Yeah.
maul me with rats.
fine.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my
Is
turn.
that the end of your turn? Okay. Loranic, your turn.
Right, so it's like everything here covered in that rubble, so basically anywhere I move.
Basically, the entire courtyard is all rubble, and then there's the trap door, which is still open for this moment.
Cool, I'm not
Um,
moving because we know my reputation with deck saves. So I'm just going to take out the quarterstaff, and I'm pretty much going to try and use it to just try and deal with this. It's currently attacking Torkel, so it's
Yes.
a threat. He's just going to try and whack it effectively. It's not even trying to like whack it full strength. He's more like almost using it like a brush where you just sort of nudge it or like push it away. Where it's just
Yeah.
like no, no. So he's trying. So I'll reference. He's doing it as non-lethal because he's not.
Okay.
He's not trying to just like bash his brains in. It's more like just go, get away.
Well, let's see what damage you roll.
Let's see if I hit. Let's see that.
I believe you, Toxie. You always hit.
Let's find out. Yeah, I think I
Yeah.
can hit with that.
Yeah, you smack it in the nose and hit it. It goes flying against the wall, knocked unconscious.
Good. There we go. Haha, my hands are clean and kill. And that'll be my turn because I am not moving.
Orly, your turn.
I shall shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? This guy.
Okay. Oh yeah, he takes it. He's still up.
Again.
Again. 11 misses.
Oh, damn. Okay. That's me in
Okay.
the corner.
No
Yeah.
problem. This rat here, fearing for his life, jumps into the hole and disappears. Jumps into the trapdoor.
Hendrik, chase him.
My kill.
The crossbow bolt. Oh no.
Alright,
Oh yeah,
Torkel,
shit.
Torkel, it's your turn.
We jumped in the hole.
Yeah, the rat that was injured in front of you from the crossbow bolt just dumped into the hole. The pit trap is still open for the moment right now.
Is this guy still here?
Yes, he is.
I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna try and hit him using my action with my mace.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like threat.
Oh yeah, you smush its brain pan in.
And then I'm going. Oh, you can't hold a bonus action, can you? Damn, I should have
No.
done the other way around. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to use my. Is anybody hurt?
Yep.
Just Hendrik.
Are we all okay? I'll turn around and cast. Oh, is that a bonus action?
Yeah, healing
No,
word is
don't.
bonus action.
Don't fucking wait. Don't. Do not waste your magic on me. I was barely nicked.
Too late. 7 points of healing.
Okay, great.
It's a first level spell.
This group has such an obnoxious level of heat. Like, it's gonna be
Mm.
gonna be so bullshit.
Oh, and you put
Damn.
us in a theocracy. You know we don't have enough fireballs. That's what we really need.
You'll
We can
you'll
fix
have that
One
covered
fireball,
next
all the rats
level.
are dead.
I cast fireball. I
Oh,
didn't
man.
ask how big the room was.
I'm trapped in a closet with a bunch of monsters. Fireball.
I'm just going to draw this for the sake of being easier. This is the area.
So that was a trapdoor, was it?
That's the trapdoor.
It seems we must be
I'm
more
gonna cast
careful.
guidance on Orly. Okay, Orly. Go on up ahead.
Are we still in
Get
combat?
it out.
You are out of combat now.
Okay, I'm
No.
gonna grab my rope and stick it in my bag first of all. And then I shall try and tiptoe around. I'll go like here, here. Stop me whenever you want. Here, 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 and
Do you
then
know what
here.
you did, Orly? Do you know what you did?
Yeah.
You moved 5 feet at a time, which avoids the trigger. You move nice and slowly.
Are you taking the piss? Are you serious?
I'm being totally serious. You
Don't
move nice and
don't play the
slowly.
game by his rules, guys.
Can I?
Don't play the game by just rush on ahead.
Wait, he's the DM. We have to play by his rules.
That's what you
That's
think.
what he wants you to think.
The door is currently closed. I'll just say this: the pit beneath you that is 10 feet open does
I
have
wanted to
some
look down it.
skeletons in it. Yeah, does have some
Okay.
skeletons in it.
How far
Okay.
down does it go? Oh, okay.
10 feet.
Oh, it's just a 10-foot drop. Okay.
Just 10
Can I
feet.
see the rock?
I mean, I know some. I say just.
The rat is like trying to burrow its way through the stone, and it's like, have you ever dropped a mouse into like a water bucket and seen it skirt around the edges? That's just what
Yeah.
it's doing.
No,
That's a shame.
No, I can't say I have done. That seems.
I've lived a normal life.
I should.
But
Yeah, you finish off, you kill it.
was-
Nice.
That was.
That was
That was-
my death. It hurt me. I was the one who should have.
That
Killed it.
was, That was unnecessary. We did not need to kill it.
These are giant
German
rats, right?
extermination is a normal part.
It is a giant rat, yeah.
And it still has reason to live. Still deserves life. Not
This is
something it
true.
should be extinguished as callously.
I understand. However, I think it was an us or them.
Like he's just sort of gonna gesture like, "We're fine and they're dead."
I don't know.
I don't think they were the danger.
This is true. Maybe I need to work on my anger issues.
No, you
I shall
don't.
turn and try open the door.
Okay.
No, kill all evil.
Whoa,
you
very
go.
dangerous phrase to use around me.
So, Orly, you have opened up the door.
Did he actually say that by chance, by the way?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lerina will actually sort of, as soon as you say that, he will literally like snap to you, and probably for one of the first times you've seen, he's angry. He's legitimately upset with what he's like. Killing all evil is something that should not be done callously. It is not something that should be done. We should look to save and protect what we can, but simply killing and killing and killing
DM, I'm gonna
will
move.
not be enough.
Yes.
I'm gonna move.
Mhm.
Okay. About 5 words into the lecture, Hendrik moves on.
Yeah, that's fine.
What an asshole.
We're not
What an
actually very
asshole.
upset.
Or
Okay.
have you found any
DM, I
traps on the
moved
door?
5 feet at a time,
Traps.
like you wanted.
The place appears that it may be trapped.
I move 5 foot, and then subsequently move another 5 foot.
You guys have
Um,
taken very, very big steps, and I'm very happy.
With the door now already open, I'm gonna check for traps, DM.
Oh, the door's already open.
I think we're taking very tiny steps. I think we're taking very tiny steps, like one inch at a time, just to make sure that we don't trigger any traps.
Yeah, that is fine. The wooden door is opened. You make a perception check for the room in front of you, then I'll describe what you see in the chamber in front of you
Sure.
in this tower shell.
Sure thing. Terrible.
You don't see any obvious signs of traps, but what you do see is you see the circled area of this tower shell. It is cobbled with cracked granite, and on the floor is 4 bodies, 4 strange bodies you don't recognize.
Interesting. I shall step in.
Okay.
So I would like to cast light on my staff,
Okay, I'll add you as a light token. I'll do that to you.
and I will keep that up because we are here on a rescue mission. It would not be undue for them to not notice us or try and not make an effort to not be stealthy.
Yeah. So Orly, this body here is pinned against the wall by a spear.
Ooh.
These aren't they're about the size of gnomes, but why don't you give me a history check, please,
But, you know,
Orly?
Sure.
Actually, everybody give me a history check, please, seeing these bodies.
I'm just gonna
9,
Hold on 2 seconds. I'm just in the kitchen.
18.
History.
Thoric recognizes what these creatures are. Thoric does not. Orly does not. Makes sense. The researcher.
yeah, well, there we
Hendrik
go.
knows what these
Oh,
creatures
Jesus.
are.
Self supremacy, let's go!
Torkel does not know this creature. So, Thoric, these creatures, these little furry, small but the size of gnome creatures, are called goblins.
Yeah.
They are very much relegated to the edges of society within the Concord. They're almost a little bit of a, I would say, bedtime story for some children in the Concord. Although as a researcher, as Bahamut, there are large settlements of goblinoids within some mountain ranges within the Concord, and also some of the areas in the true wilds of the regions. For you, Hendrik, as a natural 20, goblinoids are just a simple rarity within this region. They are found within the Badland to the eastern area, and also they do not align themselves with your culture at all. They do not submit themselves to your gods. If you've got any other questions with an natural 20, that's fine.
Can they be redeemed?
What is your interpretation of redemption?
Are they evil by pure nature? Have there ever been any good goblins in any of history?
You don't know of an explicit example, but what I will say is it's more or less like your societal text, your instructions would see them as more of just ignorant, and that there have been missionaries that have attempted to go out and cultivate a doctrine into them. And the one thing they did find is they will, they will believe anything that will make them stronger and safer. So it was almost themed as they don't really believe it. They just want whatever's going to give them the easiest life. So they were kind of relegated to the background of history. They're not a species. Because they're a sentient humanoid. They're not a species just to be attacked and killed and slain. That's not one of the tenets of your religion at all for any peoples. But you know that they are dangerous and they're trap makers,
That's
and
good
they
to know.
rely on living regular things about goblins. But yeah.
I don't have anything else in mind. Does anyone else have any good ideas for questions I could ask about them within this context?
Are they native to this area? Well, it's supposed to be might know.
I think they're like rats. They're everywhere.
Okay.
What type of poisons are they known for? Anything particularly odd, or just extra damage, or none at all?
Poisons.
Might be none. If they shoot with a bow and if they shoot with an arrow, is it just gonna be an arrow, or is it gonna be poison tipped arrow? Is that their thing?
Natural 20.
I honestly don't
would,
remember goblins in D&D. I don't think I've ever.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I would say with the natural 20 and your high score, they're pretty resilient and they use the environment to the best of their ability. You've read accounts of them using cave systems to he'd fall onto people, and also like using natural creatures such as snake poison or spider poison or anything like that, or having layers within systems with other larger creatures up front, like bears, to keep people out. So they just use whatever they have at hand.
Can I have
Do
a
they have
quick?
pack tactics?
I don't know pack tactics.
Okay, that's
Are
good.
they known to be like hostile specifically? Because you said that there was like one was killed with a spear or something in here, like pinned to the wall. Was
Yeah.
that something?
Yeah.
That's just a good point. Is it a
Humanoid size spear, yeah.
yeah? It's a humanoid-sized spear, so it's definitely one of the Concords, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any doors in here?
Yes, there are 2 more doors from where you enter. There's this door here, and this door here.
What's the ground looking like insofar as like tracks and like? Okay, 2-part question. How old do these bodies look, and is there any noticeable kind of like tracks on the ground?
Okay. The goblins have been dead for quite a while. The rats have gnawed at them. Looks
Yeah.
like also their clothing has been ripped apart, and their whatever satchels they had or pockets have been opened, and they look like they've been looted. For foot tracks, it looks like the rats coming out here for a lot. So like what footmarks were here. It's you can't really pick up a pattern. But give me an investigation check, please.
Sure.
They're from the spear body. It looks like someone tried to lean up against the wall with a foot, with a boot print, and pull out the spear, which didn't work. But that left blood on the bottom of their shoe, and they walked towards this door here.
Interesting.
Well,
I'll point this out to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
well, it is as good a lead as any. We should follow it up and see if we can find our missing individuals.
Okay.
And I guess I will proceed to do more or less just that.
Yeah. Your spiritual weapon ends at this point, Torkel. Don't know if you heard me.
Yeah, no, I heard you. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of like finishing up dinner.
That's fine.
Okay, well, I'll move in. I'll just try and shadow Thoric.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so there's a door up there.
What sort of doors are these actually? Are these like stone doors or wooden doors?
There's
like
the first door that you find was wooden, and these 2 are stone.
Okay.
You want me to open that for you, Laranok?
No, I think. Well, if you wish.
All right. Is it push or pull?
It's a pull.
I attempt to pull the door.
Your attempt goes successfully, and the door opens up.
Before we move on, can I look up?
Yeah, you look up. I mean, you just see the shattered. So you're in a circular structure, which is the remnants of a tower.
Yeah.
It's like a watchtower. You look up, and you can see that the hollow tower of loose masonry reaches about 30 feet in the air, but the floors and the stairs are gone, and there's a couple crumpled ledges. So there's nothing else really.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's strange. It's like you're underground, but like you're going through a ruin at like a ground level. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's what would be ground level, but
yes.
Where does
Sunken under there.
the blood footprint trail go?
It literally steps off this wall here from the spear, goes to here, and then it kind of looks like it just gets. It was a faint bit of blood, and then
it fades after that, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well then, I will. If we've seen that the tech or the trigger is moving quickly, then it will just sort of.
Well, so I'll
on
just
the
point this
side at
out.
least.
The courtyard that you guys were in was heavily debris. The floor of the tower and the corridor in front of you is not heavily debris with remains. I probably should have added some kind of map marker on that floor to show it was like that. I apologize.
No, that's fine. But still, if it's trapped out there, it could still be trapped in here as well. But
Mm,
okay, let's
okay, so
Yes.
you're heading into there. All right, okay. You see just an empty hallway chamber.
Is it
Again, the
3
smell of
doors?
dust and debris. There are 3 doors, correct? Yes.
Oh god.
A door
Okay.
here,
Well,
a door
we
there,
should,
and a door there.
if we are looking for the people, we should look through all doors really, so we find them.
How like dusty or disturbed is the ground here?
It's um it was more dusty. Sorry, this is probably the last dustiest place you saw so far. Like against the walls and the stones. It looks like there's a bit of traffic through here. Not obvious footprints, but it doesn't look like it doesn't smell as sedentary as other parts already.
Do any of these
That sounds
doors
okay.
have do any of these doors have less dust than others? I know it's the least dusty,
Make a
but
perception check. Make a perception check.
6. Damn.
No, you're not sure.
Okay.
Can we hear anything?
Make a perception check.
You hear the cogs turning in Thoric's head.
Jesus.
No. With your passive perception, Loranic, the only thing that I will say is the doors to this dungeon are not truly like they're not like Star Wars door where they're perfectly like fused and shut. There's gaps on the hinges and gaps at the top and bottom. So just bear that in mind with your lights.
That's fine. The reason we have these lights is because we want, or effectively we want people to see us coming.
Yeah.
Almost, because if we don't want them to like slip by because they didn't see us. So,
Mm-hmm.
100%. We're here on a peaceful mission. Do not need to kill.
DM.
Yeah.
Sorry, real quick. I'm just looking at my spells. I would like to cast Mage Armor on myself right now.
So you would have done that every day. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it was just some rats, dude. Like, 3 hit point or whatever.
You're a fucking spellcaster.
and
The first thing you should do when you wake up
also-
is cast mage armor.
Well, that's 8 hours. This doesn't last all day.
I'm not. People are not supposed to be within stabbing range of me, DM.
Well, then don't go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, they didn't stab.
Yeah.
They bit.
Is that not just stabbing with 2 different points?
Piercing damage with their mouth.
I would like to open this door.
Twin spell.
That's okay.
Okay, the bottom door. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yes, I will reveal that to you. Give me 1 second. All right, okay. Yeah. Right. So I just need to grab the light layer. All right. Okay. So before you see a stone relief. The door itself has a stone relief door, portraying like a dragon-like fish swimming. The door opens up, and you see that it's about a 10-foot square, and it contains an upright keg that is fashioned out of rusted iron, and there's rusted pipes leading from the keg into the floor.
From the keg into the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's just a box room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. I'm assuming there's no signs of people being there, so this doesn't look like where we need to be. I'll just.
Will I
I'll just close the door again.
All right. I'll move the token. I'll move it back.
I would like to open the door to the north of me, please.
Okay. Yeah. That door is locked.
Locked.
No.
Orly.
The master of unlocking.
Says who? Okay, fine.
I don't know. I just wanted to make the joke.
Thought before we do that. A thought. We're here to chase after some people. It is unlikely that they would lock a door behind them. And if we leave that locked, it's one less avenue for people to attack us from.
makes some sense.
That is true.
Counterpoint. They could have locked the door to slow down any pursuers.
Hey DM, do doors lock with bars or with keys?
It's keys in this one.
I really doubt they have a key.
Unless the key was left in the door.
Can I peer? There's a keyhole, obviously, that I can
Mhm.
peer through.
Yeah.
Can I see? Because I have dark vision, so can I see past the keyhole, or is it blocked?
You look through it, and the keyhole is not blocked from another key opposing it. However, you're staring into what looks to be like an empty small chamber.
Oh, I can see the
You can
wall,
see
the ending wall.
you can yeah, with your dark vision it goes
I think
from your
it's
point, it
60.
goes about 20 foot.
Okay.
Goes 20 foot. And then but you're like almost like looking straight back, but looking at the edges is hard. You don't really make up much detail from the edges.
Okay. It seems like just a small room, so your guys' call. We can leave it.
I say no.
Alright.
We can get on the way back.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can get one, but it sounds reasonable. Like, so in that case, I will just open this next door here then.
All right. Okay. So you push open that door, revealing a large room in front of you.
Oh,
Puppy.
I see a creature there.
No, that's supposed to be hidden.
No, you
Um,
don't.
Damn it!
Oh, you don't.
I thought it was on GM. We'll
Okay.
get to that in a second.
It goes
That's fine.
invisible as soon as you see it.
We'll get to that
I know. The
in
gecko.
a second. Right. So you see there are a bunch of crudely executed symbols and shapes in a bright green dye decorate this large irregular shaped crumbling chamber. There's a large pit in the center, which suggests a recent fire. There's a huge metallic cage in the middle of the southern wall, which is where you were looking where that thing was. And then there is a small wooden bench draped with green cloth next to the cage, and several small objects rest on it. And there's a bedroll next to the wooden bench, and you can hear the sound of something whimpering coming from inside of it.
Okay. I will take a step forward and inspect the room
Like-
further to get a better look.
Can
You
I
see at the pile of the noise of the whimpering, you see like two little reptilian lizard-like feet sticking out under the bedroll.
Oh, it's something hiding. Okay. Okay, something whimpering. I don't really know. Sticking out. Sorry, was it sticking out the bedroll? Was that in this cage or is that?
Yes, it's on the exterior of the cage. Immediately this one here, immediately this tile right here.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I was on GM there. My apologies. This tile right here.
I would like to
How about that?
step in.
Yep, that's fine, Thoric.
Lieutenant will sort of make a sort of almost a hush gesture where it's like be quiet. Well, and then he will sort of get down on one knee and
Mhm.
he'll just sort of approach where this thing is, and he'll just sort of tap next to it, just to sort of like acknowledge, like, we know you're there, but he's not trying to do anything over. He's
Yeah.
showing everything very slowly. He's just like he's doing his best to be calming, effectively, with his actions, but he
Yeah.
also wants to acknowledge that, like, yeah, we know you're there. We can come out and
Okay.
speak.
All right, okay. So the little creature, these little feet like tuck deep into it, and then you see like a slow reveal of some like these clawed fingers lift up the blanket above a large draconid like snoot that lifts it up, and you see two small little yellow eyes, beady eyes staring at you, frightened tears coming down the side of it. I see a small, little, scared kobold.
Must protect, Kobold. Must
We-
protect.
Can we
Um,
adopt him?
Fireball.
Oh my god! Okay. I was wondering why I got pushed back.
Fireball. Who said that?
No comment.
Um, Lunot will then basically because he speaks 3 different languages effectively. 'Cause
You've-
he speaks
yeah.
all the variants of immune. He's just going to
Uh-huh.
sort of go through and murmur something in each of them to see if it understands any of them. Because
Yeah.
actually, you know what? Actually, tell a lie. What do I know of kobolds?
Yeah, I was gonna
You
say.
know that kobolds are little reptilian, annoying creatures that sometimes hold up in dungeons and little crevasses and ruins, and they take things. But you know they're largely harmless in small groups. But it's when you get a whole tribe of them that they can become dangerous and unpredictable.
Okay, but this one seems terrified. Okay, but just like I know they're intelligent creatures though.
They are sentient creatures, yes. They're
They are
not
sentient
like
creatures.
yeah.
What? So is that like basically the whole Concord's reaction to them, which is they're almost a pest, really? You're a sentient pest.
They're a sentient pest species, but they're not pests like I want to get rid of them. But we wish they would involve themselves in our proper true society, but they're just too ignorant to know how to do that.
Okay, that's fine. But if they're sentient, it means I know they speak a language. If we've tried to communicate, maybe they might know some of ours. So yeah, he'll just go through each of the 3 different languages he knows,
Yeah.
murmuring something, just pretty much just like saying, "We're not here to hurt you. We're friends. We're just looking for people." And he's just again trying to be very slowly, trying to be as calming as possible, no sudden moves, because he doesn't want to terrify this thing more.
I would like to help by using the
Uh-huh.
universal language of food.
Hmm.
I take out a bit of food from my rations, and I hold it out.
With your easy calmness, Thoric, and food, and Loranic, in the second language you tried, which is Southern Immune, with the slight tinges of draconic influence on that region of language, the creature seems to like slightly like lock eyes with you and understand that.
Yes, yes, you don't hurt me.
Okay, so it seems to react to Southern, so all of this is going to be in Southern Immune then, because that's what.
Yes,
Ooh, I know Southern Immune.
No,
all of you guys should have been
good.
speaking Southern Immune.
I guess it depends. Again, I know all 3. We are not here to hurt you. Not our goal or intent. We were just here searching for someone. No harm will befall you.
Oh, okay.
Also, we came here looking for some people. Has anyone passed through here recently?
Oh, the goblins. They took our dragon. They took Salric's our dragon.
They took your dragon. And the goblins.
Yes.
The goblins came here recently, did they?
Yes, a week ago. They came and I feed him. I look after him. I'm dragon tamer. But they took him and Uzdravo punished me.
And he takes off more of the shawl and the bedroll covering him. You can see he's got like scars, like whip marks on his scales and flesh. Some dried, some still bloody.
Okay. Seeing that, I believe I can do something to help and perhaps take away the pain and take away some of those hurts. And he'll just sort of hold out his hand and say, "Do you trust? Do you trust me enough to help?" Again, he's just holding his hand out, basically letting it take the step.
Yeah, like the 3-fingered claws like slowly reach towards yours and then come back a little bit and then go forward and then kind of does a gulp and then touches his hand on yours and then it
I
gives a
will
nod.
immediately. Okay, go on.
Yeah, he nods. Yeah.
I'll immediately use. I'll use 5 points of lay on hands.
Yeah, he recovers 4 hit points.
Okay.
And he says in his slightly mostly draconic tongue that he's translating for you or using for you, he says,
Thank you, metal shiny man.
Did the goblins leave here with your dragon then, or are they still? And he also sort of gesture to the whole area, like are they still here?
They go through a tunnel not far from the throne room. They came in, lots small ones, tall ones, all angry, killed some of us, took our dragon.
Are the rest of your people still here as well?
Yes, lots of us all through the next rooms and little, yes, little ones and big ones, and there's Yusdrivel who's our tribe leader. Could you are big, strong men, tall ones. This one looks like dragon as well. Can you come? Can you save our dragon? Can you get back Sarlix?
We will help however we can. We will here looking for a group of people, 2 small ones. What's the rough scale of a kobold to a gnome? Like
Gnomes
what's
would
the
be shorter
equivalent,
than a
or
kobold.
gnomes are a bit
Gnomes would be
shorter, are they?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Possibly likely to be a little bit shorter than yourselves. Do you know if they've come through here as well?
Some tall people came. They gave gold to Yusdrivel to move past, to go the goblin way. Long ago, like long ago.
I'm gonna assume they don't really know how the concept of week.
What is time?
What is time? Especially because well, they can't. Well, if they stayed in here the whole time,
Yeah, no day,
like
night
passing to
cycle.
the moon or anything like that. We don't know.
I'll try and help you out by kind of walking up and kind of like showcasing my height as you're describing the gnomes that we're looking for.
We were looking for 2 people about this sort of height. Were they with the tall people that paid to go the goblin way?
Yes, short, tall people. Yes, they. I'm a one with long hair, one with short hair. Very loud, very annoying.
Oh, well, that does seem like that people we are looking for then. And
Very.
you mentioned that they went the goblin way. They travelled onwards. It seems as though that will be our intent as well. Could we please speak with this Uzdraval? We'll see if we can help each other out, if we can travel through this way, and if we can perhaps get your dragon back.
Yes. Meepo will accompany. You go forward, you get hurt. Perhaps I should come with you. Follow behind. Don't go
Thank
too
you very-
far.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Okay. All right. As Meepo energetically stands up, wipes the tears from his face, and he wants to.
Could I get an insight check in that last part before we
Yeah,
follow
go
him?
for it.
I'm trusting him, possibly.
Follow Meepo. Meepo know the way.
Can you see his name at the bottom of his token?
No.
Yeah, okay. Why isn't it displaying? General, say Meepo.
There we go.
14. Yep, 14. You get the sense this is a pretty simple creature. He might not even know how to lie.
Okay.
Never name the. Oh, fuck, never mind.
You're gonna protect the little kobold. It's the last thing you do.
Damn
Or
fucking straight I will.
The Meepo is now adopted. I'm sure you understand, Cypher, that Meepo is now going to be for the rest of the campaign.
No, we can't. We can't take him away from his people.
I did not expect
He
the
adopts the
the DMPC to be a little dude.
All right. And as Meepo starts to march off, and he grabs a little things of food and little things and starts to put his satchel on, because to him going across a few floors under him is a big trek. So he grabs some supplies and little pieces of material. And goes,
Yes. Why you talk to Isdral? We get Saurak's back. Mighty dragon. It will grow. It will grow. I will be famous dragon tamer.
and he starts to run off ahead of you guys. And with that, we will leave the session there.
Oh my god.
This poor fucker is dying within the next 5 minutes of the next.
He will
book, and
not. I will not allow it.
I don't think you're going to be able to stop
I
it.
will fucking rage quit this campaign.
Going faster than 5 feet 5 feet a step, guys. He's gonna
Quick.
hit some.
Yeah, I know. As soon as he hits this door, there's gonna be a trapper.
Quick,
Who knows
someone
the traps?
someone cast a Death Ward on him.
Yeah, we'll just cast the like 6th level spell or whatever that is.
I think like 4th.
Is it? No, it's 5,
Hmm.
isn't it? I remember
Death
definitely.
Ward's
we
fourth
can
level spell.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
I hope that was
Wow,
fun.
that's
You're
actually
in.
really
You're
That was
in the
very
Sun
fun.
Citadel.
yes. I am glad.
Really good session.
I am also very
Yes.
excited.
I'm enjoying my bodyguard build. It is fun.
That's pretty sick.
Every time
very
you
well.
I was just putting myself in like the DM's perspective, like this is fun for me.
No, thank you for the game,
You
Cypher.
gotta get your.
Thank you.
You gotta get your bonuses where you can, such as someone just being like, "I just go across the map and just walk straight up to a door."
There's an
Well, see, it should've
antechamber.
fun.
There's a reason for an antechamber.
True. Oh, that's a good point. Do I get any bolts back? Are we doing that in this campaign? I can't remember.
How many
Like-
bolts did you fire?
5,
Oh,
but like
God.
one of them was into the pit.
Yeah.
Actually, no, wait, hang on. That
One
blasted
was
rat
into the
took
pit.
2.
And, yeah, one was into the pit, and one was taken. So I think you fired 5 in total, 3 potential returns.
Yeah.
Have you been counting in the previous sessions?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
All right, then let's keep it that way. So for getting stuff back, we'll say you get 2 back. So add 2 back to your inventory.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Nice. All right. That
Let's
was a
see
great
how much
session.
a quiver of infinite bolts costs. You never.
Nah,
get
I'd
that
rather not. I hate that. I really do. I don't know why. It's
Okay.
kind of just takes away from something else.
No, I
It's like when you get
I
so
get
far
it.
in an RPG that ammo doesn't start to matter anymore. And like, I liked it when I only had 2 shells and had to complete a dungeon with like barely any ammo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Plus, I have
think
2
When you
quivers.
fully-
in here.
Both
Heroes
have
are
their
the enemy.
upsides and downsides. Like sometimes I'll be in a mood where it's like I'll actually like to sort of keep track of everything, and others can be fun to just go. I have infinite ammo or near infinite ammo, near infinite health. I'm just gonna go range
Mm.
up.
Yeah, like I'm sure
Both.
once you get to level
think-
8 to 10, it's kind of like I don't want to be fucking counting this shit. I'll get an infinite one, whatever. I have enough stuff on my bloody
Yeah.
sheet to fucking.
When you're like a fucking hasted ranger with multi-shot and 9
Yeah.
arrows a turn.
Yeah, 1 turn, you're shooting 10 arrows. Like, I don't want to count that. Have we stopped recording?
I can.
The only reason